Hey guys, I've been tagged by markvergeer. This is a favorites tag, and originally it's from the Stig with X's thrown in. I'm not going to bother to pronounce the X's, Adam. Well, I don't know whether they're supposed to be pronounced or not, but I'm not going to. And it's a favorites tag, most and least favorite stuff. And Mark did something particularly nasty. He was really reasonable about it. You know, he said, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Well, you know, if he'd have just said, I tagged you, you're going to respond, I would have responded. My response would have been, up yours. I ain't doing it. But no, he had to be nice about it. So now I reckon I have to be nice about it. Oh well, at least most of the questions have been asked before. Little different mix, and I have a few different answers here. So, what is your favorite system, and what is your favorite game for that system? Well, surprise, surprise, I'm going with the color computer again. Color computer and the color computer 3, still my favorite system. In fact, that's actually gotten easier as I've got a few more games that I've downloaded, that I've got for it. But the second part of that, my answer hasn't changed. It's still Gana Buana. One of my all-time favorite games, I'm still going with that. But it's a lot harder choice because Sockmaster has done a wonderful job porting Donkey Kong to the Color Computer 3. If you've got a 512K Color Computer 3, it just doesn't get any better than that. The only way you could get better than that would be if you had a Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. I mean, if you're running it under MAME, it isn't any better at all. So. But the color computer, and we'll go with Gana Buana still. What is the least favorite system in your collection, and why do you still collect for it? Well, I had to think about that one a little. And I would probably say the Sega Master System. And I say that only because I am a real old school gamer. I like the ports and the clones and the semi-clones of things like Space Invaders and Pac-Man and Centipede and Donkey Kong and those types of games. That's what I really like. And I haven't found as many of those games. There are some. There are definitely some available, but I haven't found as many of them maybe for the Master System as some others. And, you have to understand that a lot of my systems I don't have but a few games for them, but eventually I'll get more for them. But I think possibly the selections of games for the Master System, and that is not to knock it at all. That's just, that's just the least of my most favorite, because just about all my systems, could get in the most favorite category. But, if I got to pick a least favorite, that would be it, the Master System. Which system do you really want to have in your collection which you've never played, and why? I'd have to say an Intellivision. I don't know if it'll be my next one. And I'm not going to be adding any for a while now, but I'd have to say the Intellivision, Mr. Intellivision and Television Dude. Some of the game videos they've shown have really tempted me. Burger Time, wonderful on the Intellivision. A bunch of other games on the television, good. Space Ambush, really fun. Looks like to be a really fun game version of. A clone of Space Invaders. Kind of ironic that the reason that Atari won out over Intellivision was because Atari had ports and all of the popular arcade games of the time, and Intellivision was really behind the curve on that. But when you see those games that are available, they made up for it later on. Too late by then in terms of winning the battle, but today we have all those fun games, and so. I'm looking forward at some time in the future to getting in a television, and there's a lot of fun games that I've seen for it, so that would have to be it. Fourth question, which system in your collection has the most nostalgia for you? Well, and please elaborate. Well, that would have to be the color computer. I mean, it's the first system I ever owned in 1982 and got the color computer 3 in 1986, and in mid-90s, I finally took it off my desk there and put it in storage and got it out last year. but it's, always been, it got me, before I got the other retro systems, I got it back going, and it's just been my favorite. It's the one I started with. I have such a great collection of software for it, great memories, and like I say, I think you really get an appreciation for those systems that you played and computer systems that you used when they weren't retro, when they were, some of the hot stuff of the time. And so, definitely that. And like I say, I don't think I'm going to tag anybody. I'll leave this as an open tag for anybody that wants to respond. And as always, more later.